So, John, we're going to be reacting to the official teaser of Mahayoddha Rama. Now, this comes out on the 17th of October, so it's only about 3 weeks away from its cinematic release. And it's, as I said, it's an official teaser, which means it's only a minute long, or just over a minute long. So it'll be interesting to see what we get in this. And with only 3 weeks away, you've got to expect an official trailer to come out in the next 10 days or so, I would expect.
You would expect that, but you never know, Stephen. I'm just looking up Dharma and Adharma. Because of course they do say the epic battle of Dharma and Adharma. Yeah. Dharma refers to one's righteous duty, morality and truth, while Adharma is its opposite, unrighteousness, chaos and immorality. So it's about good v evil, duty, morality, truth versus unrighteousness, chaos and immorality. So it's a classic tale, Stephen.
I think it is animated, John.
It is, yes.
Judging on the synopsis. So, interesting.
Yes, it'll be intriguing to see visually what we're getting here. I do note down there, as you can see, guys, it's greyed out, the CC, no closed captions. So one must hope there's not a lot of dialogue in there. Or indeed, if there is, it's in English. Perhaps asking for a bit much, isn't it, guys? Listen, if you've got any issues accessing the reaction on this video, go to the link in the description for Patreon. Be able to access it over there free of charge. That's how we circumvent the copyright on here. Steve, shall we press play though? And a 3, a 2, and a 1. Play. It's quite sort of anime.
तो क्या उपाय है गुरुदेव? मार्ग दिखाइए।
3D as well, pretty cool.
सिर्फ एक तरीका है।
Really impressive.
राम।
I'm getting flashbacks to the Adi Krishna scene. Yeah. It's strange because visually it looks quite impressive in parts, but there is parts undoubtedly where the quality kind of dips a little bit, and I don't know whether it's a deliberate choice to have that kind of aesthetic, because of course the Clone Wars and Rebels, Dave Filoni, Lucasfilm, Disney, Star Wars, just throw in any other name connected with it that you want to throw in there. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, Searchlight Pictures, even though they've got nothing to do with it. See how many names I can associate with Rebels and Clone Wars. I digress. Also get access to just about every animation style on Earth, but they chose to go for a very deliberate look. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
So,
John, I don't have any issues with that, and I'm very much like yourself when it comes to certain genres. I don't try and contrast and compare in any way, because at the end of the day, it's an artistic choice, and it's the one that obviously the makers have went with. And you're right, that's probably a good example, is Clone Wars. Did Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars look like Ewan McGregor? He did not. Did Christopher Lee's character look like Christopher Lee in real life? No, he did not. Oh. So it's all about style. It's all about choices. And
styles.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, John, it's about the storytelling. That's the most important thing here. And that's a good way to introduce that. It's a worldwide theatrical release coming on the 17th of October, which means that we're going to get this here in the UK. And it's a good way to introduce these stories, these characters as well to the Western world for our benefit, because this is the best way to translate it at this stage, I suppose. It will obviously it will have a budget as well. That's what you've got to bear in mind as well. But I think in terms of the style, I think that's deliberate, and I think that's the way they've chosen to portray this story.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. There appears to have been one come out in 2016 of the same name, animated as well. don't know if it's based on the same thing or not. But no, Steve, no, I can't speak about the story because ultimately I'm not versed in the, and I know we'll get comments saying, "Oh, you should have researched the history before you reacted to it." Guys, we're not going to sit for 5 hours researching the history. I reverse engineer my knowledge on things from other countries. That's the way I operate. I'll watch things that are easy to consume, and then if I find it interesting, in fact, not just anything in general, it could be from this country, and then I go back and look into it. That's the way I operate. I can't speak about the story, Stephen, because there's no closed captions. There was dialogue in there. I didn't understand it because I don't, sadly, have the capabilities to, and I presume this is Hindi, understand Hindi. So they've kind of screwed guys like myself over, and yourself, Stephen, by not providing captions. But
it's a strange one. It's a strange choice. If you're promoting it as a worldwide release, then give us the option, you know. But I'm not going to criticise it for that, John.
It's
Visually,
a teaser.
I thought a lot of it was very interesting. And we'll just have to wait and see. It's in 3D, so keep an eye out for it.
3D. We're going to be reacting to something shortly that's in 3D, and the last time I seen a film in 3D was Hit's prequel, and I thought I was going blind afterwards. 3 hours and 15 minutes in a theatre with 3D glasses on. It's not something I'd recommend. I was struggling to read signs 10 feet away. I'm like, what the fuck is happening to my eyes? Am I going blind? I wasn't. It was the glasses, so no, I'm not a big fan of 3D. But it's there for people who are. So knock yourself out. What's your thoughts on the Mahayoddha Rama? No, the official teaser. Thoughts on the animation, on the story? Hopefully you're from the Indian subcontinent, or at least have links to it and can understand the language. Maybe you can fill in the blanks below what this is about. Is it based on a historical event? According to the 2016 release, 10-headed demon king Ravana finds out Ram is the avatar of Vishnu. He begins to heed the advice of all his heads in order to defeat Ram. So maybe you can share whether it's a 1-to-1 remake. Anything at all you want to share, pop it down below in the comments section. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications, and until the next time, all that's left to be said is thank you for watching this. Bye bye.